Hi guys, welcome back to another session of Bujang and Broke, and today I want to share with you how to do your own budgeting for the next 1 year in accordance to our New Year theme. So everyone like to do their New Year resolution, and I think planning is something very important. I think every individual is just like a ship in an open sea, and you need to know your direction. For example, I will take a real case study of me when I first graduated and I earned like probably 2,800 gross income. I can't simply say like I want to earn 100,000 that year in 2015 alone, because maybe the maths might not add up. On the other hand, I also don't want to underachieve by saying that I want to get 5,000 in 2015, So if you gotta balance it out, not too easy, but not too hard. And the only way to check it out, to know whether are you at the right direction or not, is by planning it. The first golden rule is definitely you must write it out, whether you want to draw it, you want to write it, or you prefer the Excel. For me, I would use Excel. So I'll be recording using the Excel to share with you. If you see here, the blue column, the blue row, is all your income. Possible income that you could make. You can add more if you want, like here. Okay. So I'll put there others. Or you can add more, whichever you want. Then the other row is about the expenses. So my real case study here, it will be on 2015. So back then when I earned that amount, you see gross income, right? You can't take everything back. There's 11% that you have to pay back for your KWSP, EPF, which is your retirement fund. So you have to times that by 89%. So this is the amount that I can get. Now this is the income that I can generate. When I graduated out, I first got my contract. I did it for the following 6 months before I switched to a bank job. And that's where I kind of get an increment of 30% from that. From one job to another, I got an increase. Okay, so this is the income that I could bring back. This is the net income. Okay, oops, sorry. So I have to copy that first because I'm using Excel, and I paste special the values. Okay, there you go. So back then, during my first 6 months or 5 months, I didn't have a car. True story. So I either walk to my office, which is I think about 2 kilometers one way, and subsequently I think it's pretty tiring to walk to and fro. So I use a bicycle. Then I even have some kind friends who actually brought me to my workplace, and we kind of carpool to go there. So I didn't spend any expenses for that. But also at the same time, I did not generate any income. But when I got my car, I did Uber at first. Uber was pretty famous back then before it was replaced by Grab. So I think about one week I could generate at least 100. Could be more, but I'm going to be conservative. So 100 per week, realistic, times by 4 weeks. I just drive a few hours, like at least 2 hours and there I can generate that amount. Sales.com, it was an affiliate marketing back then. It's a website. If I share a certain advertisement and then somebody clicks on it and read through the article, I earn 20 cents per post. So I estimate that time I could earn about 50 ringgit per month. It could be more, but this is the very conservative amount that I would put. So if you notice, right, This actually, when you insert all your income, make sure you just insert what you made and you know you can. Try to avoid putting like, I think my bonus will get so and so, or I think my increment will be so and so. This value here I can put here is because I've already gone through it. Remember, it's 2015. That time I think this is just the income that I managed to do. Quite realistic lah for me back in 2015. Okay, so this amount that I gotten. Okay. And I just want to make it look a little bit nicer. I'm going to put a comma there, round it up, put it in the middle. Can I put it in the middle? Okay, so this is the total value. Okay, so this is an Excel. If I were to highlight all these things from C9 to all the way to N9, you can see at the bottom here, there's a sum selected at the bottom. That's how you can calculate very fast. To verify it, I will put a sum of this. Yeah, I get 37,790. Yes, I did. So, voila. There you go. Now, when it comes to the expenses, back then, because I was single, so I rent out there, and I shared with another 2 roommates in a master room. So every month I pay about 180. I did that, yeah, for quite long when I was still not yet married. And then when it comes to utilities per person, I remember, because I'm the one who is like so-called the leader to collect all the money and pay the landlord. So it was roughly 30, but I want to be more conservative. I put 40 here, okay? 40, let's go there up. Mobile data, back then I also paid about 50 per month, as you remember, until today. In fact, I'm paying actually 40, 42, 43. I don't always call people. I think our technology that already advanced to the point that we can just WhatsApp people. We don't need to message or call very long on the phone. Yeah, unless you're the kind that love to on the phone, then you have to add more inside here. Groceries for every month, I remember I could survive for 50, but I'm gonna jack it up a bit to 80 per week, and times 4, that will be about 320. Remember, this is just estimated that I've gone through back then. Dining out, about 20 per day. Yeah. So because I cook, because I buy the groceries is for me dinner time and weekend. Okay, so I put dining out. This is like 5 working days, but you have to times 4 weeks. So it's about 400 per month. Car, I don't have car during my first 6 months. Yeah, so around July I bought an Axia. So I started to pay the down payment of about 5,000 after I've accumulated, and then I pay consistently 409 ringgit per month. Now it's already 2020, I've already completed paying the car this year. And petrol was about, you see Cyberjaya, right? My workplace is very near, about 2 to 4 kilometers. So I don't really go out lah. But for the sake of it, I'll just put there about 40 per week. Okay, 40 per week, so times 4 1 month. And then entertainment. Well, you have to go for entertainment. I mean, you can choose not to go, but it's up to you. I think, again, I want to be as human as possible when I do this budget up. So I would give it 100 per day. 100 per day. So if there's a weekend there's 2, right? So times 2 times 4. Okay, sound reasonable. You can reduce it later on lah, entertainment wise, but yeah. Airplane, that time I was from Cyberjaya to fly to Kuching, so I estimate there's about 3 to 500, so 400 every quarter. Okay, that sounds about right. Oh, maybe I put it on February, because definitely Chinese New Year I always fly back home, then middle of the year, and then maybe September, and then New Year. Okay, actually this traveling is more like vacation, but honestly I can tell you that back in 2015 I didn't travel to anywhere yet after I graduate, because yeah, I felt like that year I need to focus on my career and all that, so I didn't put money for my vacation. My first vacation was around early 2016 to Vietnam, Da Nang specifically. Yeah lah, just to chill lah as a young man. So here's the total, to calculate all the total expenses. And then, yep, my total income and so my total expenses. Now I want to check how much do I have after I minus my expense, my net income after I minus the expense. Okay, I'll highlight all this here in green to show you. So in 2015, this is roughly how much I could save. Okay, this is like a projection. And you see, if back in 2015, right, I could see it clearly, if I plan it this way and I can see, in order for me to increase this thing, is I play around with these expenses. I mean, I have to be realistic with myself. Let's say, okay, maybe 100 is too extreme already. That's like really, how to say, if I go out too often, this is the amount that I'm going to spend, and this is the amount I can save. Why not? Let's try reduce. Out of Saturday and Sunday, I go out one of the day only. Then the other day, I cannot go out one. Okay, let's just say lah. So I can choose between one lah. That's a way for me to reward myself. So before I apply that formula, right? You see, at the moment I have 10,336, right? That's what I could save as my first year, young working adult. Now. Okay, not yet. Just by cutting one day going out, I could save up to from 10,000 went up all the way to 15,000. This is why budgeting is very important. It can help you see clearly what's going to happen to you next year. So that's why my last advice for you is that once you do up all this, right, you need to consistently look through at this Excel. Did I spend exactly as what I predicted? When there's a lot of interesting stuff that you can see your habits here when you plan it out really well. And remember earlier on I told you that as a young person, sure, we have dreams, we have a lot of things that we want to do, but when we say that, hey, with 2,500 ringgit salary, net income, I want to achieve 100,000. It's a bit extra, how to say, it's a bit too unrealistic for me to say that. I mean, not saying that it can't be done, but if this year is 2021 and I'm planning for 2022 with this sort of projection, I kind of know that it's gonna get hard. So I need to find ways to make more income before I can reach this. What is the additional, let's say 100,000, okay? What do I lack? I'm lacking 84,000. 84,000. Every month I need to find additional 7,000 to pump inside here before I can hit my 100,000. When you can see all these things, right, you would know that, hey, there's a lot of things to look forward to. There's things that I can do. And in fact, back in 2015, after I did the jump from an IT company at the finance department to the bank, my income increased and the bonus was good. But there's a trade-off, because when I work in that bank, I don't have a normal working hour. I had to work quite late in the morning and I finish around 9 or 10. So when my friends are back home chilling, I am still working until 9. And by the time I reach home already, I'm quite tired. I don't have time for gym. So that's all for today's video. I hope this helps you. And if you have any other questions or you spotted something that you want to tell, do leave your comment down here below, and don't forget to subscribe this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.